February 1st, 2024. I'm Todd Dunn, and this is my 11-month update on my recovery from total knee replacement, which I had on February 28th, 2023. So what I want to do today, just talk about where I am, and I'm going to start out by saying, am I fully recovered? The answer is no. I still have some issues with my knee. They're mostly associated with tendons and the muscles on my thigh. And I'll talk about those a little bit when we take a look at my knee. Okay, here's my knee from the side, and you can see I have an elastic bandage wrapped around it. That's a 2-inch elastic bandage. It's not particularly tight. It's just on there to put a little bit of pressure, largely on the outside of my knee. I'll turn face the other way, right out here. And the reason is that if I don't use this elastic bandage, my knee gets very sore out here. I think that's a tendon that passes outside that is putting pressure on things, and it doesn't like it. And also, when I go for a walk, if I don't use the elastic bandage, the muscles here just above the knee also get very sore. And I find that putting this elastic bandage on, while it doesn't eliminate those issues completely, probably gets rid of 95% of it. It does have its negatives. It does restrict how much I can bend my knee a little bit, largely because when I bend my knee, it bunches up in the back of my knee. And also it does cause some circulation issues in my knee, and makes my foot a little tiny bit tingly. But that happens also if I don't use it and go for a long walk. But it makes quite a difference. Now, how is my knee doing otherwise? The joint itself feels fine. All of the issues I had with the joint before the surgery are gone. And I have, reasonable strength and flexibility. You can see I can bend down like that with no trouble. I can get on and off chairs, no issue. I can walk up and down stairs, no issues. Although the muscles in my right leg here, if I don't have the wrap on there, do complain a little bit when I'm going up and down stairs. The big question I have is, why do I have these issues with my knee? Ideally, at 11 months out, my knee should be like 95% or more recovered, and I shouldn't have any pain or significant stiffness or anything like that. Oh, that's something else I forgot to mention. When I first get up in the morning, my knee feels really stiff, but I can bend it with no problem. Even though it feels stiff, it feels like it isn't going to bend, I can bend it with no problem. I can kneel on the floor. I can get up and down from being on the floor. I can do everything that I want to do, and I have 125 degrees or so of knee bend, and I can get my leg completely straight. So that's not a problem. And I routinely, when the weather allows it, it's snowy right now, I routinely walk a couple of miles every day, at least every other day, and every day when I can. So, the leg is working fine. It's just that I do have this discomfort on the outside of my knee that extends up into the muscles above the knee joint, and to a little extent below the knee joint. It feels like when I bend, it feels like it's sort of really pulling just below the knee joint. Now, why is this happening? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't have any kind of infection. My knee does not get significantly swollen anymore. It is not tender. There are no indications of infection. That it's not hot. There's nothing like that. Plus, for other reasons connected with my urologist, I've had 2 months recently of fairly intensive antibiotic therapy, and it had no effect on my knee. So I'm pretty confident that I don't have any kind of infection in my knee. what I think might be a possibility uh, is that I have possibly a little bit of an allergic reaction to the metal that the prosthetic is made out of. I don't know. It. I don't know why wrapping my knee would make that issue less, if that's the case, but which kind of argues against that. So I'm inclined to think that the problem may be a little bit of an allergic reaction, and but most likely it's this tendon on the outside of my knee is just not happy yet with the realignment that my knee got during the surgery, and you know it's not happy. And having a little bit of pressure out there applied by the elastic bandage helps with that issue. But who knows? I am going to see my surgeon again for a 1-year follow-up in 5 weeks. 5 weeks from today, actually. And we will see what he has to say at that point. I'm hoping that he will say what he said when I saw him at 6 months and had a lot of the same issues, just time and exercise, which is what I still do. Now, as I mentioned in my last update, I had gotten a little lazy and was not doing my knee bending exercises as consistently as I should. And as a consequence, my knee had gotten pretty stiff and I had lost bending ability. I was back down to maybe getting to 110, 112 degrees. So I started doing the exercises again. I've been doing them 2 or 3 times a day since then, along with a lot of sort of incidental bending and stretching exercises during the course of the day. And I'm back up into the 122 to 125 degree range for knee bend. So I guess that tells me that I got to keep the exercises up probably for the rest of my life, or my knee is going to get stiff. And as I said, when I get up in the morning, my knee feels really stiff and it's not happy. But despite feeling really stiff, I can bend it without any trouble first thing in the morning. So I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully the surgeon will have some answers for me. And hopefully in another 5 weeks, the issues will be reduced. They are very slowly reducing, although sometimes it feels like they haven't changed much, but I'd say overall this issue with the outside of my knee is slowly getting better. Although at the rate it's going to be a long time before my knee is fully recovered. So anyway, that's where I am, 11 months out from total knee replacement surgery. Other than that one issue with the knee, everything is fine. I can go up and down the stairs. I have a 3-floor house, so I tend to go up and down the stairs quite a bit. I think I have done 5 round trips today from the ground floor where I am now up to the 3rd floor. It's 28 steps up each time, 28 steps down, so that's 56 steps times 5. So I'm about 280 steps so far today, and I always do the steps normally, step over step, and I can carry stuff up. Yesterday my wife built the fire in our wood stove because it was cold, and I carried up half a dozen buckets of wood and things like that. So I don't have any issues or limitations on what I can do. It's just I do have some discomfort. So that's it. That's where I am, 11 months out from total knee replacement surgery. And, you know, on the one hand, I'm hoping that things improve before I see the surgeon again in 5 weeks. And on the other hand, I'm kind of hoping that he has some miracle cure or explanation for what's going on. Maybe he'll give me a steroid shot and all the issues will go away for a few months. and that by the time the steroids wear off, my knee will be fine and dandy. I don't know. We'll find out when I see him again, and I think I see him on March 5th. So, that's it. That's where I am. Not fully recovered yet, but making glacially slow progress.